My mom brought me to a bunch of dermatologists because she noticed a bump on my right hand under my ring finger. And to her, it was a little suspicious because her father, my maternal grandfather, he had melanoma and it looked really similar. So I guess mother's intuition, she thought, maybe I'll just get this checked out just in case. She went to a bunch of dermatologists. They refused to remove it. They said it was nothing, it was benign. And then finally one doctor said, well, if you want her to look pretty, we'll take this off since she's a girl. That surgery was supposed to take just 45 minutes and it ended up taking 2 hours because it was a lot more intense than he had originally thought. Then my parents got the call saying that it was cancer. So that was really difficult for my parents hearing that because they never thought that their child could have cancer, because that's really unfair for a small child to have to go through that. When I got to MD Anderson, I had a wonderful team of oncologists, pediatric doctors, and plastic surgeons that worked on me. And I had my tumor removed and the space around my tumor removed. I went through multiple surgeries for that. I had 17 lymph nodes taken out in my right armpit. And once those were all out, I was declared cancer-free, but then I started a long journey of remission. My diagnosis impacted my family greatly. I could not care for myself. I was a toddler. I relied on my parents for everything. It was really hard for them. As I've become older, I've realized that my cancer has given me a purpose, and that purpose is to educate others about skin safety. I became involved with the Melanoma Research Foundation in 2016. And then this past March, my dad and I attended the Hill Day, and I loved it so much more because I'm older. I know more about what I'm talking about. We've seen results in policies and funding, and it feels really good.
I guess it started when I went to the dermatologist, I would say my second year in the league. Just went in and got my skin checked, and we found a precancerous mole. Growing up in Central Florida and being exposed to sunlight constantly and not knowing that, men of color needed sunscreen, I didn't really realize that until I started having conversations. I didn't have the resources either to go out and get my skin checked on an annual basis. So that's the reason why I wanted to be involved in the melanoma community. I know when I'm out there on the football field, I try to find as much shade as I possibly can, whether it be just bringing my own hat, protecting myself from the sun elements, wearing long sleeves. That's all important. When I first started playing football, my first ever football coach was Mike Stokes, and his nickname was Pork Chop. He was a true father figure to me. I didn't necessarily have a real role model besides him. And he always loved, going out and supporting the local community. So that's part of the reason why I also started getting involved in melanoma. In 2019, unfortunately, that was the year that I lost him. It's tough, seeing someone that you love and admire so much lose their life simply off of skin cancer and melanoma. He's one of those guys that was really, tough, keep quiet to himself, even with dealing with pain. And so nobody necessarily knew until his wife, we call her Mama Chop, told him to go get his skin checked. And unfortunately, it was too late. Had he just went and got, his skin checked early on, maybe he'd still be alive to this day. Now it's all about what can I do to help prevent, the next person from getting skin cancer and melanoma, and just going out there and doing the right thing. As a Get Naked spokesperson for this year, I want to educate, many people and use my platform and my socials to bring awareness to skin cancer and also melanoma and what that entails, and give everybody, the opportunity to just learn and hear my voice.